Ariel Helwani in Stockholm, Sweden, standing alongside Sam Sicilia, who meets Akira Corrassani this Saturday night at UFC on Fox number 14. Sam, thank you for the time. Big fight for you. You're fighting on the main card on Fox, biggest fight of your career. What was your reaction when you got the call that not only were you fighting on this big card, 30,000 people, but on the main card as well?
Yeah, I heard about the main card a little later and was excited, kick things off and get it going. And, I know why we're on the main card. And, it's a must win and two guys fighting for their job. And, I gotta come away with it.
So why are you fighting on the main card? You say you know why. Why?
'Cause we're two exciting fighters. I know he kind of has this new working on his footwork stuff. And I'm going to hunt him down and keep my job and, start off this card exciting.
So you feel like this is do or die for you?
I've always felt like that, honestly. I've had a rocky start to a good career, hopefully at the end of it, that's how it turns out. But, right now I got to string it together and I got to finish the guys and do it exciting. And I'm excited to do it, and especially in front of 30,000 people here. So
why do you feel like it has been a rocky go in the UFC?
I just got to, put it all together, but I've had a win and a loss and a win and a loss. And, it's just figuring it out and putting it together, mixing in wrestling more, combinations. And, I get caught in the moment and just bite my mouthpiece and throw Donkey Kong punches when I got to really pull that back and just focus on getting the win.
You're fighting a local fighter in front of 30,000 fans. How are you going to stop? Because, the adrenaline is going to be incredible. I'm assuming it's going to be a very electric atmosphere. How are you going to stop yourself from not going into Donkey Kong mode?
I've just been here enough times to know, and I felt like, I've had enough fights now in the UFC to kind of, rather than try to block it out and stuff, you just embrace it and enjoy your time here and, focus up a little more, than just being so emotional and fighting like that and, getting the win. So
I was talking to your coach, Rick Little, earlier, and he told me that, it may sound cliche, but he said this was the best training camp that you've had. It's all coming together for you. You're in the gym every day working hard. Why do you feel, do you agree with that assessment? And B, why is that?
Yeah, it's just putting my time in. I'm in a lot, and we got, I always got Michael Chiesa in there. And we got a bunch of good, hungry up-and-comers, and just staying around the sport more than, after a lose, it sucks. You're walking around with a loss, and you don't know when you're going to fight again. And now it's just always in the gym and putting in more time.
With your teammates, Juliana Pena, Michael Chiesa doing well, does that kind of, when you say like after a loss and, they've had a pretty great run thus far in the UFC respectively, do you feel like you have to kind of up your game to keep up with them? Does that push you? Does that motivate you?
Yeah, I want to be a part of a good team. And, we are, kind of starting our own thing there in Spokane. We don't have like a well-known big gym, and we're kind of blazing the path for that, and I want to be a big part of that, so that's always very motivating to me.
I like your relationship with Michael. You guys are always traveling together. You're there at his fights, he's there at your fights. You seem to be very good friends. What's it like having him around with you on fight week? Perhaps to get you ready, but also maybe to take your mind off of things.
Right, yeah, make sure to keep me in check, make sure I'm working hard, but also keeping it lighthearted at the same time. And, I got that big goof traveling around with me to Japan and all this stuff. It's been a good brotherhood we've developed, and, something we can look back on one day and be proud of.
Do you feel like you are a very mental fighter in the sense that sometimes you may overthink things and get a little too emotional into your fights, leading up to them and in the fight as well, and that's something that you've had to work on?
Yeah, actually, yeah, it's probably weird for some people to think of me as an overthinker, but yeah, it's just kind of, really it's just because it's this one big moment.
Right.
And, and I when I first turned pro, I had like 11 fights in a year, and I was competing very often, where now it's just like you have this one big build up for this moment and kind of, all over the place up there, and really you just got to simplify it and just fight and, put more time in the gym and then go collect your paycheck. And the other one, too, once you win.
Right. So I'm assuming you've thought of this fight. How do you see it going down on Saturday?
Just finishing him inside 3, staying on him, and he'll quit on me and then put him away, He'll quit eventually, and then whether on the ground or standing up. But
you think he's that kind of fighter? He's a quitter?
Yeah, absolutely. I've seen him quit in a couple fights, and and that's what we're looking for. And then I'll give him an excuse to get out of there.
Yeah, and in front of all his people as well. Are you relishing that?
Yeah, absolutely. I switched my ticket, so I'll stay here and hang out a couple days afterwards too. So
Okay, just to party in their face.
yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, best of luck to you. Thank you very much for the time, and looking forward to the fight very much as well.
Awesome. Thank you.